Hello everybody, just me again, back to check in. There's some new stuff going on that I thought you guys might want to know. I'm actually now officially on a weight loss journey in addition to everything else, because, you know, overall it is not so much just one thing. It is everything that I'm trying to make an overall improvement on. A little bit of backstory. Prior to a year ago when my mom passed, I started noticing that I was gaining a little bit of weight, which I was not overly concerned about because, you know, I had been working multiple jobs and, you know, wasn't eating as healthy as I should have. And I figured at the time that, you know, once I backed down on my schedule and that everything started to kind of go back to normal for me, that I would be able to start focusing on eating healthy again, and that it would take care of itself. Well, my mom passed away, and I ended up taking a few months off from work because I just could not deal with people, and started the work on the house that I told you guys about. And despite all that physical activity of going through and purging things and cleaning, like deep cleaning, my activity level was no different than it would be if I were at work. But for some reason I was gaining weight, which was strange to me because I don't eat a lot in one sitting. 20 years ago, I had a gastric bypass, which made it almost impossible for me to eat more than about 10 ounces at a time now. So ideally what it came down to is I gained probably almost 60 pounds over the last year and some change. And now it is causing me joint pain and things of that nature, so I opted to go see my doctor, and she and I had a very lengthy discussion about my eating habits, the types of foods that I eat, when I eat, if I eat before bed, you know, things of that nature. And she already kind of knew me, so she knew me fairly well in relation to my history and the things that had gone on, you know, in relation to my mother's passing. So, she opted to do lab work. Everything came back except my hormone levels. So apparently I am premenopausal, lucky me, which would explain some of the other symptoms that I was having too, which were not really overly noticeable, like trouble sleeping and, you know, skin dryness and stuff like that, but I didn't think anything of it. I just figured I wasn't hydrated enough. So we talked about that, and the hormone replacement thing is already in full swing, and all of those other symptoms have gone away, but unfortunately my metabolism has not rebounded. So I went to her again and said, look, I need to figure this out. I spent a lot of my childhood and young adult life as an obese woman. I'll throw a picture in here somewhere so you guys can see me at my heaviest. I was 350 pounds. I was wearing a size 28 and had to suck my belly in and lay down to button them. And after weight loss surgery, probably a year later, I plateaued out at 165, which was, you know, where the weight loss stops, and then you gain about 10% back. So when that 10% came back, it put me at about 185, 186, which for my height is fine. I'm 5'10", so I don't really ever look like I weigh as much as I do. So 185 was really not a bad place for me. Ideally, I would like to get back down into that to that point, or at the very least below 200 again, so that I can go back to wearing my normal clothes, because I have gone from wearing a medium to an extra large, which is not conducive, because I can't go buy a whole brand new wardrobe in an extra large just because I've gained weight. So she, in addition to the medication to take care of the hormonal imbalance, she also put me on something to kind of help boost my metabolism too, kind of like a reset, you know, plugging it, unplugging it, and plugging it back in to see if that fixes it, kind of thing. And I'm going to be on intermittent fasting, which I had already considered, but, you know, going 16 hours, not eating when I'm accustomed to eating 7 or 8 small meals a day throughout the day was just kind of a change that I wasn't sure I was prepared for. So that's what the medication for the metabolism is kind of like an appetite suppressant of sorts. But it'll also help kind of reboot me. So I'm going to be on like what's called a 14-10 split, which is 14 hours of fasting and 10 hours of eating. Eventually it will kind of back down from there to 15 and 9 and then 16 and 8. And she actually even told me too, at one point she would like me to do a full 24-hour fast. So that's going to be an adventure, because honestly I've never done anything like that unless I have just not been well. So I am doing that. I'm also starting to do daily walking, and I actually just got back from walking 5 miles on this path. There's a highway that runs from Georgia all the way down straight into the small town that I'm from, and there's a walking path all the way down, paved, super nice. Only thing is you got to contend with the traffic noise, but you know, earbuds, music, you're good to go. And I'm going to start increasing how much I walk on my days off. I'm going to, on my work days, probably look up videos that I can do while I'm at work. I really wanted to go back to the gym, but with me actively taking steps to try to get out of here and move to the house, that last house that I bought in the beginning of the panty, I don't want to commit to a gym contract that I'm not going to be here to utilize, or will have to pay exorbitant amounts to get out of. So that's going to be my plan for now, but once I get moved and resituated, I will be rejoining a gym so that I can get back into strength training, because I actually prefer that over, you know, the cardio, of course. I mean, no offense. Does anybody actually like cardio out there? If you do, please tell me and explain why. I have never understood that. Cardio sucks. So anyway, that's where we're at. I started Wednesday on the medication she gave me. I was home. I did little odds and end projects, did laundry, things like that, just basic day-to-day stuff. I only, instead of waiting until I was hungry, I followed semi-scheduled eating routine. But it was mostly snacks. Just snack. And just over that 2-day period from Wednesday to Friday when I went back to work, I always weigh myself when I go back to work that first day, because I work 2 days, I'm off 2 days, I work 3 days, and then I'm off a week. Because that's the great thing about being able to dictate your own schedule, you know. So I weighed myself after that 2-day period being off, and I'd already lost 5 pounds. So I'm looking forward to this, because number one, I miss my clothes. Number two, I really miss my energy. My energy level went in the tank to amidst all the other symptoms that I were having with the hormonal imbalance, and I'm not okay with that. I like to be able to go and do things, and not having the energy to really want to go and do is just really not my speed, you know. So there's that. So that's what's going on. That's the update. I did forget to tell you guys. I mean, there's been so many other things going on with me talking to Jessie, retro readings, and just working all this weekend, and you know, just kind of life in general, that I figured I would throw that out there for you guys. So I am now a multifaceted channel with no particular direction. It's going to be just kind of, you know, telling you guys what's going on with me. If you have insight, if you have recommendations, if you have stories that, you know, you feel relate to what is going on, then, you know, feel free to share, chime in. You know, way I see it, this is not just for me, this is for you guys. I mean, even if, I mean, the end results are not for you, I mean, at least you get to kind of go on the ride with me, you know. So that's what I got for today. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I have got myself a full afternoon planned. First things first, I've got to go outside and I've got to pressure wash the side of my house because my windows are extremely grungy. And I'm sick of looking at it. I mean, even though I have inside projects that I wanted to do first, and I was going to wait to do the outside last so that I didn't have to worry about it being dingy when I put it up for sale. I'm just sick of looking at it. So there's that. I have painting to do. I have caulking around baseboards and stuff like that to do in my bathroom. So I've got a full list, and the fact is, you know, I would take you guys with me, but I don't really think you're going to find it all that entertaining to sit here and watch me go around and paint it, you know, do edging and, you know, painting and everything. So, I mean, it's really not even all that entertaining to me, you know, so I know it probably won't be to you. So that being said, I'm going to get off of here, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. I will check in with you soon. Be blessed. Have a good one. Bye.